This is Aussie Mac Zone. We'll cover everything Apple, including Macs, iPhones, iPads, and more. All this from an Aussie perspective. Sit back, relax, insert yourself into the zone. The Aussie Mac Zone.
Hi everybody, welcome to Aussie Mac Zone, show 409. Happy April Fool's Day, Zarn.
Happy April Fool's, Michael.
In the same room.
We are.
With the magnificent clothing on.
That's right, it's wrong side there. Yeah.
Loud and proud.
That's right.
So, 409, how you been?
Excellent.
Good.
I'm glad we're in the studio today.
Yes. Yeah.
It's nice to be here.
So, our Apple ramblings start with, first, the bad news is that the original starter of Aussie Mac Zone, Glenn, unfortunately passed. He didn't make it out of the COVID challenge that he had, and we lost him. So everything goes out to his friends and family.
Absolutely.
It was yeah, younger than me, so yeah, it means a lot. And I love that he's given us our opportunities. For sure.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's an absolute tragedy that we've lost him, and yeah, without Glenn, this never would have happened. So yeah, we really appreciate that, and yeah, love and thoughts to his family.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
Yeah.
But let's start with that, Nick. Let's go to some good news. Happy birthday, Apple! 46 years old. 46 years old today.
Older than me.
46.
Wow.
1st of April, 1976, Los Altos, California, United States. Apple Computers, Inc. was founded on April 1, 1976 by college dropouts, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, who brought to the new company a vision of changing the way people viewed computers. Jobs and Wozniak wanted to make computers small enough for people to have them in their homes or offices. And when you think like now, they've got them on as a cash register out the front. And we've gone from that, whole building.
Yeah.
My first computer I saw was like half a floor. Down to that. Yeah.
Here's one right here.
Yeah. Just down to that.
They really are a computer these days, so.
But yeah, here's the boys in their full glory with an Apple One.
Look at that board. Look at the size of it.
Yep.
And it wouldn't have had nearly the RAM my iPhone does, which is a quarter of the size of that.
Yeah. Well, it probably hasn't even got the RAM on there.
No.
Like the RAM in computers, nearly all, like the ones you make, the RAM is still something you add to it later on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love that photo of them there. It's fantastic, especially seeing Steve Wozniak now.
Yeah.
And I've been watching US celebrity Gogglebox.
Yeah.
Which he's on. And he's such a softie, anything that's sort of emotional, he's always like, oh no, and
to stream. There we go. Yeah.
And he just seems like such a lovely man, and him and his wife, when they watch anything, they're always together. They always talk about it together and things like that. And so to see how far that company's comes, but from that photo there to now holding something, 3 times the size, of it in my hand, is amazing. And it's just, it's so cool.
Yeah, excellent. So the challenge we have at the moment is Apple's latest update is bricking Macs across the board.
Yep.
Unfortunately. But it's just 12.3 update is bricking Macs across the board. Lifehacker reports when it comes to updates, especially from Apple, I'm usually one, say, install it ASAP. After all, these updates usually go through weeks, if not months of beta testing.
Yep.
Plenty of time to find and weed out the big bugs. However, even with fun new features like universal control, you should be warned about macOS 12.3. Depending on your repair history, installing the latest update could brick your Mac. Now, 12.3 is a safe update for most Macs. It is possible you already updated to 12.3, it didn't run into any issues. And I can say the same since both my iMac and Mac Pro are running just fine. And so is my MacBook Air. I'm happily using universal control, sending new emoji, and generally enjoying other fresh features updates to offer. However, if you've had your Mac's logic board replaced, don't download and install the update.
Yeah.
According to Mac Rumors, macOS 12.3 does not play nice with machines with new logic boards. When you attempt to update one of these computers to 12.3, you'll see something of an error message or endless restarts, or worst case, a bricked Mac. And I'd just like to tell everyone 12.3.1 came out today.
Excellent.
On the 1st of April. And there's more in the show notes, of course.
Apple Music faces second outrage in 2 days.
Outage,
sorry. Outrage. Oh, well, it is an outrage that we can't use it.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know. Like, before we start this story, I don't know what's happened because I use my music all the time.
Yeah.
I'm constantly on there, and so I haven't had any outages at all. And I think over here, I guess, I don't know what's going on, but mine's running fine. Anyway, second outage in 2 days, currently down for many users. First responders found...
Oh, no, that's not the story.
No,
I don't know what that bit is. Yeah.
Notified Mac reports users of Apple's services on Monday experienced several issues as the company's servers were completely down for a few hours. Just after... Hang on a second.
Sorry.
Just after 1 day, Apple Music is currently down for several hours around the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's unclear what's causing today's outage, as Apple has yet to confirm that Apple Music is down on its system. Status web page on Twitter, multiple users have been reporting in the last hour that they are unable to use Apple Music down.
Down detector indicates
that the problems may also be affecting other Apple platforms, such as App Store. 9to5 Mac was also able to confirm that Apple Music has indeed been slow or even not working at all at the moment. During yesterday's outage, nearly all of Apple's services were down, including Apple Music, App Store, iMessage, and iCloud. Even internal app platforms used by employees were down, which affected the operations of Apple retail stores and around the world. Update. Apple has now confirmed the outage on its website. According to the company, App Store, Apple Books, Apple Music, and Apple Podcasts are currently down to some users. Apple says it is now investigating the outage. Update 2. Apple says the outage has now been fixed. Now, there's always more in our show notes if you're interested in this. I just want to say that me personally, I've had no outages on podcasts because I also use them all the time. I've had no outages on music. I've definitely had no outages on books because my wife uses that app a lot. She reads, I think she's read like 2 books in the last 2 weeks. And so we haven't had any of these problems here for myself and her. So if you've had these problems, email us, let us know so we can get it out there and tell people if it affected Australia at all. Because I know I had no problems at all. So
one of the testing bits, there's been a challenge with one of Apple's testing bits of software not updating properly, and it meant that we had to go and wipe the test machine, reinstall the operating system, then reinstall all the test software.
Okay.
Because one little thing wouldn't go through properly.
Yeah.
and it's hours hours of work to fix it. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Don't know whether they were being challenged by hackers or whatever. Right. You don't know, do you?
No, you don't.
They didn't tell us. So Apple's US $4.7 billion in green bonds supports innovative green technology.
Excellent.
The company plans to use the world's first commercial purity low carbon aluminium from Aussies in the iPhone SE. Investments from Apple's $4.7 billion in green bonds have helped jumpstart the development of new low carbon manufacturing and recycling technologies, the company announced. Apple has issued 3 green bonds since 2016, with projects showcasing how the investments can reduce global emissions and bring clean power to communities around the world. As part of this work, Apple is purchasing direct carbon-free aluminium following a major advancement in smelting technologies to reduce emissions. The aluminium is the first to be manufactured at industrial scale outside of a laboratory without creating any direct carbon emissions during the smelting process. The company intends for the material to be introduced in the iPhone SE. Apple is committed to leaving the planet better than we found it, and our green bonds are a key tool to drive our environmental efforts forward, said Lisa Jackson, Apple's Vice President of Environment Policy and Social Initiatives. Our investments are advancing the breakthrough technologies needed to reduce the carbon footprint of the materials we use, even as we move to using only recyclable and renewable materials across our products to conserve the Earth's finite resources. And again, there is more in the show notes.
I love this stuff.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they're really, really going out of their way to make sure that their product is better for the environment. I think most companies could take a page out of their book, and it really is important, and well, to me anyway, everyone to each their own opinion, but I just
long term it has to be important.
It really does,
especially with
I think
there's more and more people.
Yeah,
we're using more and more aluminium, aluminium cans, blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly right. And I just think my children grow up, I want there to be something for them.
Yeah,
and their children as well, and so on.
And you don't want an iPad to cost $500,000 because it's made of aluminium and no one else can get it.
That's right. And so using what we have and recycling that sort of stuff and making the carbon footprint less, everything like that is very important, and well done to Apple. I think it's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Apple owned Shazam update with in-depth concert and tour.
Sorry.
Thank you. Information. 9 to 5 Mac again. Apple owned Shazam is rolling out a handful of new features centered around concerts. With the latest version of Shazam app for iOS, users can explore up-and-coming live music shows thanks to the integration with bands in town. Apple and Shazam also taught that this new feature will help increase exposure for artists. With bands in town integration, Shazam will now show you concerts information and ticket information when you search for a song or Shazam a song. Here are the details on how the feature will work. By simply Shazamming a song, searching for it in the Shazam app or the Shazam website, users can find concert information and tickets on sale for up-and-coming shows nearby. They can also launch a Shazam artist page to explore dates, times, and locations of up-and-coming live shows, tap on any concert to view additional tours information, share show details, and add events to their calendar. The entire experience is seamless and secure.
Yep.
Now, I don't know if you like live music. I definitely love live music. I have loved live music since I was very young. Experiencing it at sort of an age of around 3 and 4 with my parents, going to see bands like Cold Chisel and Midnight Oil and things like that. And so it's been a big part of my life. I continue to do that as I got older, going to my own shows, with friends and things like that. So being able to Shazam something, find if they're playing a show locally, find out how much tickets are, being able to do all that just by, listening to a song or trying to catch a song on the radio or something like that.
Yeah.
Is excellent. I think live music should be a big part of everyone's life, even though, at the moment it looks like we're getting funding cut to live music and things like that. But, with the new government and things like that, the new, what they brought out there, what was it? They brought out the new budget.
Yeah.
So they were, cutting funding to live music and things like that, which is horrible because we do need entertainment, and there's nothing more fun than going to see a band you love live, in that atmosphere with other fans and things like that.
Yeah.
And so,
absolutely.
Yeah, I think this is a great opportunity, and I think well done, Apple, again, Shazam.
Yep.
Great.
So our
Sponsor.
Blue Ocean Video.
Yes.
Fast, efficient and affordable business-grade hosting solutions, domain registration, SSL certificates and more. We also monitor and provide website security and update services, website builds, email hosting amongst other sensational products. If you have a question about your web page or your presence on the internet in general, no job is too big or too small. Visit our website today, or better yet, contact us at blueoceanwebhosting.com.au and leave your website issues to us.
Absolutely. Blue Ocean. Yeah.
Yes.
Very important company.
Thank you for the sponsorship.
That's right.
All right.
So,
Entertainment.
So, sorry, I should get to the picture, shouldn't I? Apple's Coda wins a historic Oscar for Best Picture at the Academy Awards. Coda becomes the first film with a predominantly deaf cast and crew to win Best Picture. Star Troy Kotsur is the first deaf male actor to win an Oscar. Sian Heder wins Best Adapted Screenplay, and Apple becomes the first streaming service honored with Best Picture at the Academy Awards. Apple this week made history after Coda, Children of Deaf Adults, landed 3 Academy Awards from the Academy of Motion Pictures and Science, with wins for Best Picture, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Adapted Screenplay. The winners were revealed at the 94th Annual Academy Awards ceremony in Los Angeles, and Coda is the first motion picture starring predominantly deaf cast, which they said
in leading
earlier
roles to win Best Picture, which is amazing.
Yeah, and there was two deaf pictures that were up for awards this time too, which was great.
Which is excellent.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Academy Awards, are we going to talk about what happened, or are we leaving it alone? No.
Well, there was some other, which I didn't see today, but there was some new video of something that was taken of the wife from a different angle or something. Yeah. But I haven't seen the video, so I can't comment on it. I just know something else happened.
That as well.
Yeah. Because the headline was new video grabs everybody's attention.
Yeah. Look, I think if he had a problem, clearly he had a problem because he slapped Chris Rock.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Will Smith. If we don't already know, it should have been dealt with off camera, after the show, and been, spoken to. Those guys are meant to be friends.
Yeah.
And if he's up on stage and they're meant to be friends and he's taking a crack at his wife, clearly it's in jest. They've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
Clearly he's doing his job, and so why would you not address that after the show and say, hey man, look, I found it insensitive. What's going on with, my wife. Yeah. I'd like, I'd like an apology, or at least an apology for my wife, because it's been hard.
Yeah.
Instead, I don't know what you want to call it,
And Will Smith took a couple of goes to actually make the apology to Chris.
Exactly. And more, exactly. He walked on the stage like he was on the street and slapped him.
Yeah.
Like, it was uncalled for.
At least he only slapped him.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, it would have got even worse.
I know, and it's come out now that the Academy asked him to leave and he refused.
Yeah.
You know, and making a comment on social media saying apologizing like that isn't an apology in my eyes. You know, if they do know each other, and I know they do, they've been seen together, they've been that sort of stuff. They definitely have each other's contact details. Why wouldn't you call up and say, let's sit down, let's talk about this? I'm sorry. You know, and
I thought Chris Rock handled it superbly.
He absolutely he took that. He took it like a man. Like that slap hit him. He stopped. He just continued on with his job because again he was at work.
Yeah.
You know, and
very professional and handled it really well.
Agreed. And it came out that his first show after the incident, he came out and he didn't want to talk about it. He just wanted to say he's still getting over it. He's still traumatized. Yeah. He's going to leave it at that. Let's get on, have a laugh.
Let's do our job.
And that sort of thing. And so again, he hasn't said anything out in public, bad about anybody. He's just said he's dealing with it. Let's move on, everything like that. And I think, Chris Rock deserves all the merit here for the way he's handled the situation on and off the screen. Yeah. So, yeah.
So also now, carrying on behalf of everyone at Apple, we are so grateful to the Academy for the honours bestowed on Coda this evening, said Zach Van Amberg, Apple's head of worldwide video. We join our teams all over the world in celebrating Sian, Troy, and the producers and the entire cast and crew for bringing such a powerful representation of the deaf community to audiences and breaking so many barriers in the process. It has been so rewarding to share this life-affirming, vibrant story, which reminds us of the power of film to bring the world together.
Absolutely.
And it's also the first Sundance movie to win an Academy Award.
Yep.
Because they bought it at Sundance.
Yep.
And apparently, like, the Coda crew had already sold some of the theatre rights for Europe for the movie, and then Apple bought them back as well. Just to get it on the streaming service. So,
amazing. Yeah. And if you haven't seen this movie, please watch it. It's beautiful, it's powerful, and it's just an amazing story.
Yeah.
So, Coda, check it out. It really is worth watching if you like that sort of thing. I love all sorts of different movies, and if it grabs me, especially something that pulls your heartstrings like that, and it's a different look at life as well that you wouldn't normally live. Yeah, and so, I think it's fantastic. Anyway. Apple and Major League Baseball announced first 12 weeks of Friday night baseball doubleheader schedule beginning the 8th of April. That's U.S. Eastern Daylight Time. Scheduled games are free and available to anyone with internet access via Apple TV Plus for a limited time. Apple and Major League Baseball today announced the first half of 2020 Friday night baseball schedule. These scheduled games are available to anyone who with internet access and so on. Yeah. Look, this is really cool. Means that we can watch baseball.
That's right.
I'm not a huge sports fan. I like a little bit of footy. Obviously I like my bunnies.
Yep.
But I really like baseball. I think it's a great game. It's a great game to watch. I think growing up, I never really liked cricket. I tried to play it as a kid. It was just, to me, and don't get me wrong, I know there's absolute diehard fans out there, and more power to you. I'm not trying to criticize the game or anything like that, but for me, it was a little bit boring. Baseball, it's a little bit more exciting for me. Again, I'm not criticizing. I don't want 150 emails saying, oh, you can't say that. It's an American game. I understand it's an American game. I just enjoy it.
It's not only an American game.
Yeah, well, not anymore. Yeah.
My nephew played for New South Wales.
Yep.
He coaches a New South Wales team.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah, I worked with someone who actually owns the Blacktown baseball team out there where they play out at the Olympic ground and everything like that.
Yeah.
Worked with them. And again, huge fan, really like the game. And so this is exciting because I get to watch some baseball, which I wouldn't normally be able to
Yeah.
do unless it was highlights on YouTube or something like that. And so
Yeah.
being able to watch a whole game and
So it
and
just
sit
means
down
you've got to
and
get
do
up early in the morning to watch
it does. It does mean that I have to get up early in the morning to watch it, or I can just watch it on a rerun or something like that, But yeah, very exciting for me.
Yeah.
Excellent. Friday night baseball will premiere on the 8th. We've read that part with two marquee games: the New York Mets versus the Washington Nationals, and the Houston Astros versus Los Angeles Angels. That's excellent games. On the 15th of April, Major League Baseball will commemorate Jackie Robinson Day, making the 75th anniversary of the Hall of Famer's historic Major League debut on the night Friday Night Baseball. We'll be there to celebrate the special occasion by featuring coverage of the Tampa Bay Rays and the Chicago White Sox. Robinson's Major League Baseball franchise, the Los Angeles Dodgers, and the Cincinnati Reds at Dodgers Stadium. Yeah. Oh, great games.
Yeah. And they're on Apple's site, which the link's here. It's got a list of all the games and what time and all that sort of stuff that they're on, because they've played all over America.
Yeah.
All right. So they're on at all different times.
So Dodgers Stadium, that'd be great to go and see a game at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
New York Mets, I'd love to see the Mets play.
Yeah.
I've never seen the Mets play. I've watched, stuff on YouTube and everything like that, but I've never got a chance to, watch the Mets live.
Yeah.
And so I would definitely get up, early in the morning to watch the Mets play live. So
IT help to you. That's me, as everyone knows. Please just give us a call, give us a ring, ask us a question, email us. It's all that. Very simple. We're busy as crazy at the moment. So, yeah, please. Anything you want to know, just give us a call. We can help you. Doesn't have to cost anything. Don't think that you're going to get charged just for calling us. It's not the way it works.
And remember, Michael's been doing this for 38 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, 38 years for the Mac, yeah.
Yeah, 38 years for the Mac. So you'd be hard-pressed to find someone with more experience.
So, yeah, it's all good. It's all good fun. So let's get the right thing up again now. So what about now? You can find this our how-tos. Finally switched to a chronological order feed on Instagram. Well, I don't even use Instagram, so
I use Instagram.
See everything instead of just what Instagram thinks you want to see. Lifehacker again helps us. Instagram has finally brought back the ability to view your feed in chronological order. The default feed on Instagram mixes recent posts with older ones, which makes it hard to tell which posts are actually new.
Yeah.
The app also adds clutter to your feed in the form of suggested posts from accounts you do not follow.
Yeah.
But now you have the option to switch to the good old days of the chronological feed.
Awesome.
How to switch to Instagram's chronological feed? To bring back the chronological feed, follow the steps. Make sure you're updated to the latest version of Instagram on Android or iPhone.
I am.
Open Instagram on your phone and tap the Instagram logo in the top corner.
I will.
This will reveal a drop-down menu with two options, following and favorites. Tap following to switch to the chronological feed.
Okay.
The newest posts will show up at the top and the oldest ones will be at the bottom of your feed.
Sounds great.
If nothing happens when you tap the Instagram logo, the feature hasn't been rolled out to your phone yet. You can tell if access to the chronological feed on Instagram by looking for a small down arrow icon next to Instagram logo on the app's home screen. If you see the arrow, you have this feature. If the down arrow doesn't show up immediately, you can try tapping the Instagram logo a couple of times to reveal it. If it still doesn't show up, you'll have to wait for it to be rolled out to you. And, of course, there will be links. Now.
So.
Yep. Zarn's got the arrow.
So I'll just press following.
Yeah.
Boom.
And away we go. Straight away, there's food.
Yeah,
That
done.
says something, doesn't it?
It does, because I love my food videos. I love watching all this stuff, and they're amazing.
Yep.
So there you go. I've done it.
Perfect. Simple as that.
Yep.
It wasn't that hard, was it?
No, it was not. That's how easy it was. I literally just jumped straight out, bam, and I've done it. And I'm now back into where I should be.
Yeah.
And yeah. So, playing a recording in voice memos on iPhone. In the voice memos app, tap a recording and use the playback controls to listen to it. Apple helps us. Just one of those features is skip over gaps when playing back a recording.
You know, when you hesitate
Yep.
while you're thinking?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Voice memos can analyze your audio and automatically skip over gaps when playing it. Tap the recording you want to play, tap the playback setting button, then turn on skip silence. Tap the close button, then tap the play button to play the recording. Note, turning on skip silence doesn't change the recording itself, only how it sounds when you play it.
yeah, simple as that.
It's easy.
Yeah. Even I could do that.
Yeah.
Now it says, let's see what I've got here. Yep. So, Apple quietly adds a valuable new feature to Mac voice control. Pardon me. But more work is needed. 9 to 5 Mac again. Colin Hughes, a quadriplegic Apple user who often shares his experience of accessibility features on Apple devices, has reported that Apple has quietly added a valuable new Mac voice control feature. Get it up on there. Although it isn't shown in the release notes, it appears to have been added in Monterey 12.3. As the name suggests, voice control is designed to allow people to control their Mac using voice commands rather than a mouse or a trackpad. Additionally, text can be dictated rather than typed. Both features are crucially important to those who don't have full use of their arms or fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. A huge benefit of both voice control and dictation on Apple devices is that it works offline. However, this poses an issue when you replace your Mac, as there was previously no way to transfer your custom commands and vocabulary when you're using special words and things. The feature has now been added, I should say. In macOS 12.3, you can now import or export vocabulary and custom commands in accessibility on Mac from a new drop-down menu visible as soon as you open voice control. Because voice control and everything you dictate stays on device and not in the cloud, these features will be helpful in transferring custom vocabulary and commands built up over the time to a new Mac. I've called for this functionality since voice control was launched 3 years ago, and most recently last August 2021. It's a long-awaited improvement.
Yeah.
Hughes says the voice control is a great application, and it's to the company's immense credit that the tech is bundled in for free with every Mac, iPad, or iPhone.
It's amazing.
And he welcomes the latest development.
Again, the fact that Apple are giving this to everybody.
Yeah.
It's not something that you have to download or pay for or have a subscription to, anything like that. It's just there because they understand that,
It's important.
It is important.
Yeah.
And so again, like I say, this is why we do this show. Well done, Apple.
Yeah.
It's
yes,
fantastic.
we're Apple fanboys, but it's little things like this that make us Apple fanboys.
It really is the little things like this that make us Apple fanboys. So
and they all add up.
It really does.
And it might mean nothing to you now, but when something happens to you when you get older, it might make all the difference to being able to communicate.
I have
family.
friends with disabilities that this would help. And I just think the fact that they give all this stuff away is amazing. And right. So things you never knew iCloud could do: directly share cloud files. SlashGear helps with. iCloud is a great place to back up your files, which means it's also a great way to share those files with other people. Apple makes this possible with the iCloud Drive sharing feature. You can simply create a private link to a file and send it to a recipient. Once they receive it, the recipient can tap the link to access the file. As Apple explains on its support website, iCloud users can share the link to both files and folders located within their drive. Depending on your goal, you can put on a limit that only allows the recipient to view the content, though when necessary, you can also share files that are able to be edited. This can be used to, for example, provide a lab partner with access to notes or make it easy for a colleague to read and edit a report. You can stop sharing content with others at any point by opening the document or folder in iCloud Drive or an app that supports iCloud sharing feature, tapping the share button and then tapping the manage option to view and adjust the sharing permission.
Yeah, it's as simple as
more
that.
in the show notes. This is good stuff.
Yep. So, anything else?
Oh, not this week. I didn't get a chance. I'm waiting for games to come out. Actually, the game I wanted to play came out today. And so I didn't do a game review this week. I know there's hundreds of games on there now, but some of them just aren't what I want to play. And look, I would love to hear from you guys to give me feedback and tell me what you want me to play.
Yep.
You know, because if you tell me to play something, I will play it and I will give an honest review. So, yeah, give us your feedback. And remember to, you know, if you're in there and you're giving us feedback, make sure you like us. Make sure you click that bell if you're on YouTube and all that sort of stuff because, yeah, we want to hear from you.
Thanks to Blue Ocean Web Hosting
Yep.
and IT Help to you for their support. And the show promotion, the show notes link each week on show upload, the link being
AussieMacZone.com.au/AMZ409. There you will see the last 6 weeks of show notes.
you can email Michael at AussieMacZone or Zarn at AussieMacZone.com.au.
However you listen to us, please give us a rating. It helps others find us.
That's right.
This is really important to us. Yeah. I know we say it every week, but you know, we really appreciate our followers and we'd really like to make sure that other people can find us. So please do like us.
Yeah.
Please click that subscribe button. And if you're on YouTube, the bell and subscribe so you know when we're on air.
Yeah. Apple News, Aussie Max Zone. Just this week, I just put up the thing about Apple's birthday, of course, being the first.
The air tags and, you know, that sort of stuff,
Thanks to our supporters, you, our listeners. Over to Zarn for that sign-off.
All right, guys, it's the end of the show for another week. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate you listening. And remember, Apple a day keeps the androids away. See you next week. Where's my hands? There they are. Oh, camera.